Welcome to the C Space City Podcast, YouTube exclusive. This is an emergency pod, real fast. We want to give you guys a quick take about the big breaking news of the day. Micah Parsons traded to the Green Bay Packers. Ricky's head in his hand says it all, but Ricky, I might have some positive news for you.
There is nothing fucking positive about this, brother. The only thing that is positive about this is maybe this will make a lot of us Packers fans finally give up hope on or not Packers fans, but Cowboys fans finally give up hope on the Cowboys and just move on to a different team or something like that. I wasn't so hot on CJ Stroud and the Texans last year, but maybe there's a different team out there to jump aboard.
Alan, what you think?
He's talking about the Texans. I mean, that defense is on point. Heck, if you want, you could throw us a first-round pick or something, and we'll give you a defender or two, Like, hey, Jerry Jones better call the Houston Texans and say, hey, we lost our best player. You think you could, maybe offload Daniil Hunter? And we'll be like, yeah, that's two first-round picks for Daniil Hunter. And he'll be, fuck, I'll take it, I guess. There you go. You got your edge rusher.
Speaking about the Texans, this reminds me of like Bill O'Brien trades back in the day. Whenever he gave up like Hopkins for like a second rounder or something like that. Like, Jesus Christ, dude, this is ridiculous.
And a can of nacho cheese that he couldn't open because he had the same can opener as me. So, Ricky, here's where I'm going to try and give you a little bit of positive spin.
Okay.
What the Cowboys got in return for Micah Parsons was Pro Bowl defensive tackle Kenny Clark,
who's 29 years old.
Okay. A 2029 or 2026 first round pick
from the Green Bay Packers.
And a 2027 first round pick.
From the Green Bay Packers. So you're hoping that those first round picks end up being a player that's as good as Micah Parsons.
Well, hold on.
They won't be.
Oh, no. This ends up becoming the Family Guy thing where you're like, oh, well, I could take a boat, but what's in the mystery box? It could be a boat. Like, what are we doing? No, I understand the
opera tickets. We got the opera tickets inside the boat. What you get in the box? We just got the opera tickets. Fuck. Yeah. So now, Nikki, essentially you could package those Packers first round picks, and maybe you move to someone like the Cleveland Browns, like I said, the Houston Texans, maybe the Bengals, and you're like, hey, that defensive stud you got over there, that Hendrickson guy that you gave only a 2-year, $50 million contract for, here's 2 first-round picks. I think we could work it out.
Myles Garrett does one out of Cleveland.
For a 26-year-old Micah Parsons. So you're hoping that these guys who are maybe on the level of Micah Parsons, like you can use those picks to package to get somebody who is like on the level of Micah Parsons that you're going to have to pay anyways. You know what I'm saying?
You got to keep in mind those, and this is something that even Bill O'Brien, had to think about. Like, I could repay DeAndre Hopkins, but like, man, he's just going to be, sitting out here bitching and complaining about practice, and it's hot, and I don't want to practice. And we're talking about practice, not about the game.
You're talking about the Houston Texans trade from 5 years ago. This is an emergency meeting about the Cowboys trade.
This is how I'm going to relate it. Jerry Jones has to take it into account where he's like, I could pay Micah Parsons. But like he said, he might not even be on the team half the time. He could get injured and miss 6 to 8 games. So why would I want to pay him?
I do think that part of the argument, like, is what made Jerry Jones make this decision, because he ended up making, like, Dak Prescott the highest paid quarterback in the NFL. The year right after, he ends up getting injured halfway throughout the season. So I think that's what shaved what bought into like why he did this.
Well, Ricky, if it makes you feel any better, in his remarks about this trade, Jerry Jones mentioned that the Herschel Walker trade back in 1989 turned the Cowboys around and created the dynasty that was the 90s Cowboys.
Mhm.
How do you feel about that bullshit?
I think that's a good way to talk it up. And if you're Jerry Jones, that's how you got to talk it up. Actually, what I think, because this has been a whole damn drama about this entire thing for a while now. Jerry Jones was like, don't worry, things are going to work out. What worked out was not having the best pass rusher in the league, maybe outside of maybe he's right up there with Myles Garrett and TJ Watt. And those guys are even like 3 years older. You know what I'm saying? Micah Parsons is 26. He is
He's in his prime
space where you would pay him and give him a contract like this. That's absolutely crazy, dude. And again, with the draft picks, like you're trying to formulate those into a player that's as good at his position as Micah Parsons is. And not just that, they traded him away to the Green Bay Packers, who are a good team. So those first round picks are going to probably be like 25, 26, 27 range. Not to mention the last team when the Cowboys made the playoffs that they lost to was the Green Bay Packers. So there's a good chance that the Cowboys lose in the playoffs again this year to the Green Bay Packers with Micah Parsons on the other side. So there you go. That's how I feel as a Cowboys fan today. Like after being so hyped for the season coming up, Dak is ready to go. We got Micah Parsons. We got George Pickens in here, who is crazy as hell, and he could end up being like Antonio Brown. But if you could get him focused on the field, he could actually be a good player. I was actually kind of hopeful for the season going forward. Now I'm like, it's a good thing you paid Dak and CD because they're gonna have to put up a whole lot of points and yards this year.
Oh, goodness. So, folks, if you're a Cowboys fan, I hope you're doing okay today. If you are a fan of the other 31 teams in the league, check on your Cowboys fan friends because everybody has one. And make sure they're okay. It's a tough day for you guys.
We're in mourning like the new day. But I need that big ass hat.
You're looking at it too hard, Ricky, because see, this is the way you should look at it.
How is it?
I know you're about to wrap it up, but last point. You guys are going to get 4 tries at the first round in the next 2 years. So, if the Cowboys do bad, you guys have your own, top pick. If the Cowboys do middle, you guys can combo those 2 first-round picks to move up. So there's, there's ways to do it. Now, of course, is Jerry Jones
somebody as good as Micah Parsons at their position. So that would be the hope.
Well, yes, but it's also, here's what you need to look at. As a manager, sometimes you kick the can down the line of paying a defensive player because you know that you might need that money for somebody in offense. Now, who might that be? I don't know. I know they got a couple of young running backs, right? So maybe they're hoping they hit on that.
They don't have anybody that you would give a contract to right now. They paid Dak Prescott and they paid CD recently. So we've already paid our big top dollar guys. And we don't have a running back. Like the running back room just is non-existent right now. Like we got some dude named Blue who's on a rookie contract. So you're good with that for like 2 to 3 years. And then you got like Javonte Williams, who you're probably going to ship out in 2 years anyways. He's just there to be a guy, like a body in the room.
Oh, goodness. So, yeah. Tell us what you think of this trade in the comments, or you can hit us up on social media on Facebook at
Space City Recreation and Entertainment,
on Instagram at
Space City SRE,
on X at
Space City RE.
You can check us out here on YouTube at Dirty Dina Studio, also at Dirty Dina Studio on TikTok. Also, check out full episodes on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. See Space City Podcast. Signing off. Get out there and see Space City.
See Space City. Ow.